Have you ever noticed how sometimes coincidences stop seeming like coincidences? How certain numbers keep repeating on clocks, license plates, or how people show up in your life at just the right moment, with the exact words you needed to hear? Most people ignore these signs. They think it's chance, luck, or at most, a daily curiosity. But those who awaken to the power of consciousness know these signs are anything but random. They are subtle alerts from the universe, indicators that you're stepping out of autopilot and into a new frequency of reality. And here's the key point. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. And what you are, right at this very moment, is a blend of what you think, what you feel, and what you believe is possible. When you start noticing synchronicities more often, it's because something inside you has already shifted. Your energetic field no longer vibrates at the frequency of doubt, of lack, of stagnation. It has started to resonate with the vibration of creation, of expansion, of the new. But most people stay focused on what they don't have, on what didn't work, on the problems that keep repeating. They wake up and immediately tune into the past. They check how their body feels, remember their pains, open their phones and connect to obligations, crises, pressures. And each of those thoughts is like a command sent to the universe. Give me more of this, please. Because that's where your attention is. And where your attention is, your energy is. And where your energy is, your creation is. Creating a new reality requires something very simple but extremely challenging. Changing your focus, starting to direct your attention toward what you want to experience, not what you want to avoid. It's like buying a new car and suddenly seeing it everywhere. That car was always there. But only now has your mind been trained to notice it. The same goes for opportunities, ideas, connections. They've always been on your path. But you only start to see them when you change your frequency. And that frequency doesn't change from the outside. It changes inside you. Through your thoughts, your emotions, your conscious decision to stop reinforcing old patterns. Because each repeated thought generates an emotion, and each repeated emotion addicts your body to a certain chemical state. That's why change is so hard. Because the body wants to keep feeling what it has always felt. It wants the chemistry of stress, of anxiety, of worry, even if you say you want peace, love, and abundance. But here, the secret. The body doesn't distinguish what is real from what is imagined with intense emotion. If you feel deep gratitude for something that hasn't happened yet, your body believes it already happened. And then the magic begins. You stop waiting for the world to change so you can feel good. And you start feeling good to change the world around you. That's when the signs intensify. You meet that person who has the missing answer. You receive that message at the exact right moment. You open a random video and hear exactly what you needed to hear. That's not coincidence. That's response, feedback, confirmation that you're in sync with a new reality. But be aware, this process requires consistency. It's not about thinking positively for 2 days and expecting everything to change. It's emotional and mental re-education. A daily repeated choice until the new becomes automatic. Until synchronicities stop surprising you because they become the new normal. And it all starts with your attention. What have you been reinforcing with your thoughts? What do you repeat to yourself every day? Do you say, "This is hard. Things never work out for me. No one understands me"? Or do you affirm, "Everything is falling into place. I'm guided by my purpose. The universe is showing me the way"? Because that's how it works. You think, you feel, you become, you feel, you vibrate, you attract. This is the invisible dance that moves all creation. So the next time you notice a coincidence, pause, pay attention, be grateful, and recognize you are aligning your frequency with something new, and this is just the beginning. The reason why so many people live the same problems year after year has nothing to do with lack of talent, luck, or opportunity. It has to do with how they start their day. It seems simple, but this is where everything is defined. Waking up and immediately connecting with thoughts from the past, emotions from the past, pains from the past. It's like hitting repeat on the playlist of your life. You relive what has already happened, but unconsciously project it as if it were what's about to come. And worse, the body gets involved. It remembers the chemistry of stress, anger, anxiety. And since it's addicted to those states, it starts to seek out stimuli that will reproduce them. You check your phone, see a stressful email, a notification that irritates you, and that's it. The old programming takes over. You didn't even notice, but you've already tuned in to the same old frequency. And it's that frequency that determines what you'll notice, attract, and create throughout the day. The body becomes the mind. It takes control. And what seemed like just another hard morning becomes a whole day vibrating at the frequency of the problem. Thoughts generate feelings. Feelings generate chemistry. Chemistry generates habits. And habits create your reality. That's why those who want to change need to interrupt the cycle right in the morning. Before anything else, before the outside world begins to dictate the rhythm, you need to take control of your energy. Intentionally create the internal state that you want to experience externally. That means visualizing what you want to live, feeling the emotion of what you want to attract, generating gratitude for what hasn't happened yet, as if it already had. That changes everything. Why does this work? Because the universe doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to what you vibrate. If you vibrate worry, even while saying you want abundance, you're asking for more reasons to worry. If you vibrate scarcity, even while repeating prosperity affirmations, your field is sending a contradictory message. Energy doesn't lie, it only responds. That's why the practice must come before the evidence. You need to feel healthy even with symptoms, feel prosperous even with debts, feel loved even while alone. Because it's that feeling that alters your frequency, and it's that frequency that alters your reality. This is where the concept of conscious creation comes in. Instead of reacting to what's happening, you choose to create what you want to live. And that requires discipline. It's not comfortable. The body will resist. The mind will complain. Old thoughts will try to pull you back. But every time you choose the new, you weaken the old. Every time you persist, you train your brain to think differently. You are literally forming new neural connections, reshaping your brain, your body, your life. And over time, something begins to happen. What once was an effort becomes natural. What once felt forced becomes your new normal. You wake up already in a state of presence. Your first thought is already intentional. Your energy already starts elevated, and the day begins to respond differently. Traffic flows better. People seem kinder. Opportunities arise more smoothly. It's not the world that changed, it's you. And because you changed, the way you perceive and interact with the world changed too. This isn't magic, it's neuroscience, it's quantum physics, it's spirituality applied in a practical way. And it works for anyone willing to take control of their own vibration. The key is to understand that your internal state comes first, always. If you're waiting for the world to give you a reason to feel good, you'll keep waiting. But if you decide to feel good now, the world starts to give you reasons, and the signs appear. The repeated numbers, the unexpected encounters, the moments of clarity, the vivid dreams, they're all confirmations. Feedback from the universe saying, you're on the path, keep going. These signs are not here to entertain you. They're here to align you, to remind you that the invisible always precedes the visible. That the field of possibilities responds to what you emit, not to what you silently wish for. And the most important question is, what are you emitting? Because that is what will determine everything. There is a subtle, almost imperceptible moment that marks the turning point between intention and manifestation. It's when the world around you still looks the same, but something inside you has changed for good. You feel, without knowing exactly why, that things are about to align, that something big is coming. This feeling is more real than any external evidence. It's an inner certainty that isn't based on logic, but on vibration. And that vibration, that silent conviction, is one of the first and most powerful signs that your reality is about to transform. The rational mind may doubt. It may look for proof, results, confirmations. But intuition already knows. And that knowing is what sustains the new frequency in the moments when your eyes still can to see the changes. It is in this interval between what is and what is yet to be that many give up, because they don't see it yet. They can't touch it yet. It hasn't happened yet. But it's exactly there that the real work is done. You need to sustain the vibration even in the silence, even in the apparent stagnation, even when everything looks the same, because the energy has already shifted. The physical reality is only adjusting. There is a time between the sending of the frequency and the receiving of the experience. This time is the test. It's the stage of trust. It's when you show the universe that you truly believe, even without evidence. And that trust is what speeds up the process. And as this happens, the signs begin to appear, sometimes subtly, a sense of lightness for no reason, a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, a joy that appears in the middle of an ordinary day. Other times, intensely vivid dreams, constant goosebumps, physical sensations like tingling, heat in the chest, vibrations in the body. These are energetic responses, signs that your field is being reconfigured. You may start to perceive time differently. Hours pass like minutes, or you enter such deep states of presence that the past and future simply disappear. This is more than mindfulness. It is alignment with the quantum field, the field of infinite possibilities where everything already exists in potential. Synchronicities also intensify. You think of someone and they send you a message. You open a book randomly and read exactly what you needed. You hear someone saying something that sounds like a direct answer to your internal questions. These coincidences are not random. They are miniature manifestations, small echoes of the new reality that is being attracted by your current vibration. But be careful. In these moments, it's easy to fall into the trap of relaxing, to think it's already happening, and ease up on your practice, to stop meditating, visualizing, feeling with intensity. And that's like hitting the brakes on a speeding train. You interrupt the flow. Because manifestation is not a destination, it's a continuous process. Every time you feel what you desire, as if it were already real, you strengthen the connection to that reality. Every time you allow doubt to pull you back, you weaken that link. It's like tuning into a radio station. If you turn the dial just a little and stop, the signal doesn't come through clearly. You hear noise, interference, fragments. But when you adjust it until the signal is clean, everything flows. The same happens with your vibrational frequency. It needs fine-tuning, and that only comes with consistency, with daily practice, with commitment to what you can't yet see, but already feel. And why is it so important to sustain the frequency even without apparent results? Because the universe is always responding to your current vibration, not to your history, not to your past efforts, not to your future intentions. It's what you are emitting now that matters. That's why it's essential to generate elevated emotions now. Not when everything changes, but now. Feel gratitude now, feel love now, feel abundance now. Because this now is what creates the after. The people who manifest the most are not the ones who know the most about universal laws, or those who have the most time or practice. They are the ones who can sustain elevated emotional states consistently, regardless of what's happening around them. They've learned that the external world is just a reflection, that the real power lies in keeping the center even in chaos, in maintaining the vibration even in the absence of results. And yes, there will be resistance. There will be days when the body wants to return to the old chemistry, when the mind wants to complain, compare, doubt. But if on those days you simply persist, even if just for a few minutes, You will be rewriting deep patterns. You will be strengthening the new energetic identity you are creating. Manifestation doesn't begin when the money arrives, the relationship comes, or the healing happens. It begins when you decide you will no longer vibrate as before, when you stop seeking outside and start creating within. When you honor the signs and respond to them with more presence, more faith, more intention. The universe is always listening, always feeling your frequency. And when you raise it, it responds, always. Sometimes with small clues, sometimes with massive changes, but always with precision, always with synchronicity, always with love. There is a silent yet definitive turning point in the journey of anyone who chooses to manifest a new reality. It's when they stop searching, forcing, doubting, and begin simply to be. Not because everything has already happened, but because they've understood that everything is already happening, that the energy they cultivate now is what shapes what's to come. Most people remain stuck in the idea that they need to see to believe, but those who truly transform their lives understand that you must believe to see, that the invisible is always the seed of the visible. That feeling comes before evidence, and that reality responds precisely to the frequency you maintain. That's why the masters of manifestation, not the gurus, but ordinary people who have managed to create extraordinary change, have one thing in common. They practice every day, even when they don't feel like it, even when they're tired, confused, or discouraged, because they've understood that the greatest act of power is silent consistency, the conscious repetition of the new vibration until it becomes the new identity. This practice isn't religious, rigid, or mechanical. It's organic, alive, adaptable. Some days it's a deep meditation. Other days it's just a conscious breath in the middle of chaos. Still others, it is closing your eyes for 2 minutes and feeling as if the desire has already come true. But the common point is this: the practice doesn't stop, because stopping is going back, and going back is repeating. And repeating is living the same story with a new calendar. True manifestation isn't about acquiring things, although achievements do come. It's about becoming someone who vibrates with confidence, who walks with purpose, who speaks with presence, who feels with clarity. It is about discovering that you always had the power. You just needed to align your energy to activate it. And over time, you begin to notice people change around you, opportunities appear, relationships deepen, your health improves, your creativity awakens. But none of that is the cause. All of it is the effect, the reflection of the silent transformation that began within. You understand that everything starts with what you think when you wake up, with what you feel before going to sleep, with what you choose to believe in the silence of your thoughts. That each elevated emotion you cultivate is like an antenna adjusting to pick up realities that were previously out of your reach. And then the most powerful moment of all arrives, the moment you realize I'm no longer trying to manifest. You're simply living with so much truth, so much presence, so much alignment with your vision that manifestation becomes inevitable, automatic, natural. The universe begins to respond to you with a flow that seems magical, but in truth, it's just energetic coherence. You dream and live. You feel and see. You create and receive. At that point, your life stops being a series of reactions and becomes a sequence of creations. You stop waiting for the big moment and start recognizing that every moment is big. That every instant in which you choose to vibrate in the frequency of love, of gratitude, of abundance, you are creating a new universe. Not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. And this is where manifestation takes on its highest meaning: contribution. You stop creating just for yourself. You start creating to inspire, to transform, to serve. Your light begins to light up others. Your words begin to touch souls. Your presence begins to heal environments. Manifestation becomes a bridge between who you are and what the world needs. And that, more than any material achievement, is the true purpose of conscious creation. Now, if this content has awakened something in you, if these words lit a spark of remembrance of your power, if you felt that all this made sense not just in your mind, but in your heart, then here's an invitation. Don't forget to like, share this energy, leave your comment, tell me what resonated the most with you, send this video to someone who needs this push. This isn't about engagement. It's about creating a network of conscious people, awakened, aligned with their potential. And if you want more content like this to be created, more deep ideas transformed into accessible, practical, and powerful videos, let me know. Your voice, your presence, your support are the fuel to keep going. Because this isn't just a video, it's a frequency, a vibration in motion, a seed of transformation. And if you made it this far, it's because you're part of it too. Deep gratitude for walking with me up to here. Keep practicing, keep feeling, keep creating. And until the next video, we're together, we'll expand our consciousness even further and turn this journey into something extraordinary.